back to my channel. My name is Evelyn, or Evelyn RT, and today I'm here with a little new video, something different, something other than Sunday Fun Day or being out there in the trucks. But we will be talking about my truck. So when I first made this channel, I didn't want to make it all about my truck or about my truck at all, but that's pretty much what somewhat people know me for. That's what most of the people that follow me are here for. So I asked Instagram, and I was like, do you guys want me to do a video of everything I've done to my truck and like a timeline of how I've done things to my truck? And you guys were like, yes. And I was like, I got you guys. Let me try these out first and then we can begin, because they look kind of good. They have like a funky smell to it, but they look good. Let me try it. They're spicy. I'm gonna move this out of the way. They're pretty spicy. Alright, and I have iced coffee, but I didn't think that was gonna be a good mixture with the noodles. I wrote down everything on my phone because it is a couple things, and I wrote them exactly how I got them so I went along. So if I look at my phone, I'm sorry, it's because of my list. So let's get started. Pretty much it all begins when when did I get my truck? I was 15, about to turn 14. I was 15, about to turn 16 when I started working. That's where it starts. I started working and I had no car, no truck, nothing at all. And my job was pretty far. It wasn't like far, but it was pretty, my job was pretty far from where I would work. So I would have to catch the bus, and sometimes I'd get there late, and it was just a mess. So my parents, I got fortunate enough for my parents to be able to buy me a car. And I was like, no, I want a truck. And they were like, no, your first car is going to be a car because we know how you're probably gonna crash, and a truck is just going to be too expensive to be fixing up. So I was like, all right, whatever, fine. I had my car for a couple months, and they were right. I crashed a couple times. Nothing too bad, but I did crash a couple times. So I quit that job I had, and then I was jobless for like a month or two, and I got another job. My old boss, it was a really good relationship with her, and pretty much we were like family. So one day I was like, hey, you should like let me borrow $3,000 for a down payment for a truck, and then once I have the truck, I'll sell the car and I'll pay you back. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, really? She was like, yeah. So I talked to my parents about it, and they were like, it's up to you. You're gonna make the payments. You're gonna be in charge of, do you want a truck? You're gonna be in charge of the payments and everything. And me, I was like, yeah, whatever. So when I was looking for the truck, I rushed it. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like, I knew everything about trucks and I knew everything about RTs, and no, I didn't know much about any truck. If anything, I knew more about Chevys than RTs, and I just rushed it. I just wanted a truck, and I never got my truck with the intentions of trying to like be known or trying to get clout from it or trying to have like guys come up to me because of my truck. Like, no, I genuinely liked trucks. And I went to the dealership and I saw the RT and I was like, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. This is what I want. I knew the RTs were fast, and I don't think I had any idea what I was getting myself into. I'm gonna start inserting pictures of how I first got my truck, and as I go along mentioning stuff that I've done it, I'll insert more and more pictures. Okay, so this has been a 3-year process. From since when I got my truck to now, it's been like over 3 years, and it's taken me that long for me to be able to fix my truck. Keep in mind, I was 16 years old, going to school and working, so it was, and I had payments, truck payments. But from there, a couple months after, the first thing that I got to my truck was a 2.4 drop. That's the first thing I did, a 2.4 drop. That's all I wanted. I just wanted my truck to be low, so I got a 2.4 drop. From there, so my truck came with like a basic hood, and it came with stocks with 20s. So after the drop, I was like, I really want new wheels. And at first I was like, I'll get what were they called? I'll get SRT 10 wheels. But then I would look at them and I was like, I don't really like them. So I went and got myself RT wheels, the ones RT comes. So my truck didn't, when I got it, it did not look like an RT. But trust me, it's an RT. I've gone over this. Excuse me. I've looked it up. I've done my research, and it's an RT. Sorry. So I got my RT wheels, and I was like, yes, like I'm set. I don't need anything else. I'm good. My truck looks good. 2.4 drop on wheels, and done. And then I see the Crespo wing. And I was like, all right, one more thing won't hurt. So I ordered the Crespo wing. I got it painted and I got it put on. After that, I started making a little bit more money. So I was like, okay, maybe I can get an RT hood, or okay, maybe like I'll start looking into hoods. And I stumbled upon a hood that I really liked, which is the hood that I have now. I don't know the name of it, sorry. I don't know the name of the hood. And I'm not gonna name prices because I don't want you guys to think that I'm showing off or anything. If you guys do have questions about anything that I've mentioned here, you guys can message me. So I got a hood and I was like, all right, that's it. I'm doing good. I think I'm just gonna chill for a bit. No, Truck Invasion came up, and we were like a week away from Truck Invasion, and I saw another Ram exactly like mine, same hood, same everything, and I was like, no, I thought I was unique. But it's so hard, like, not making your truck look different. So I was like, all right, whatever, I need something else. And keep in mind, we were a week from Truck Invasion, so I was like, what can I even get? And a little something came up to me, and I was like, ding ding. It's like, but I called the shop, and thank God they had space for my truck to go in and get the sunroof done. And I was like, yes, I'm gonna have a sunroof for Truck Invasion, and my truck's gonna look really nice and blah blah blah. After this, I'm just gonna stay like this for a while. I like how it looks. And no. So I was at this point, I was making decent amount of money. I was still paying my truck, I was doing all my payments, and everything. My life was good. I was fortunate enough to be able to have a job where I was able to do all of this, right? After the sunroof, I was like, I need something else. I need something that stands out. I need something different. So here I go, ordering billets, intros. So I put them on, and it didn't look that bad, you know, but I didn't like it. I personally didn't like him, so, but I was like, whatever, they're intros, I'm good. At this point, I was hanging out with someone that had a wrap truck, and we would always joke around like, oh, take me to go get my truck wrapped, take me wherever you went to see how it goes, or I should get my truck wrapped, blah blah blah. And we ended up doing it. We ended up going to the shop and wanting to get my truck wrapped. Keep in mind, this was not planned. It was something we did like that. I didn't do my research at all, and you guys will see why. So I'm obsessed with the color blue, as you guys can tell. I'm obsessed with the color blue, and I was like, I want my truck chrome blue. I want it like baby blue, and it's gonna come out so nice. And this is what it came out as. So 1, I didn't get the color I wanted. 2, I never asked for the other color that was in the truck. 3, it was peeling the next day. I was like, I wanted it like go off, and I mean, I did go off, but I was so mad. I was like, I don't even want to drive this truck, and I would make the other person drive my truck because I hated my truck. It was just such a horrible experience, a horrible customer service, but I can do a story time if you guys want on that. So I had my truck that color and like that for a couple months, and I was like, I was not having it. I would not drive my truck. The person that I would hang out with introduced me to another wrapping place, and someone else that would be able to wrap my truck. So I was like, yes please, I'm all for it. So we went, we checked it out, we looked at the colors again, and everything seemed to be like going fine. And this place is called Sterling's Customs. I'll leave their information down below so you guys can go check them out and see how good of a job they do. So I was like, yes, we're doing it. I paid it up, like I paid it, and I was like, this is how I want my truck, can you do it? And they're like, yeah, it shouldn't be a problem, blah blah blah. So when they had my truck, they took off the other wrap, and they called me. They're like, hey, I don't know if you know this, but you're going to need another hood. And I was like, why? And they were like, I guess the other shop put a lot of, I believe it's called Bondo, and it's just not gonna work. I was like, no, like, where am I gonna get another hood exactly like mine? Thank God another person here in Colorado had the same hood as mine, and I remember they were selling it. So I called them, I called them the same day. I mean, I messaged them the same day. I was like, hey, are you still interested in selling your hood? Like, I'll go buy it right now. And they're like, yeah, blah blah. So I went to go buy the hood, and I went to go leave it the same day or the next day, either the same day or the next day. And I get to Sterling's, and they're like, well, how do you get all these hoods? Or I was like, I figured it out. So so it took about a month for my truck to get rewrapped, for them to fix other things I had that needed to be fixed. And we went in, we went in to drop off something or finish dropping the money off, the color was there. I go in, I look at the color, and I swear, like, my face just, I was so happy with the color. And I was like, is that gonna be for my truck? And they're like, yeah, isn't that the color you wanted? And I was like, yes, like, I love it, let's do it, like, right now. And they're like, oh my god, we're so glad you liked it. Like, yeah, we'll get it done for you exactly the way you want it. And I was like, more truck shows were starting to come up. And I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do anything anymore. I promise. That was a lie. I was like, my truck would look better if I would go lower. So I started doing my research, and we came across a shop where they're like, yeah, we can do it, we can get it done for you. And this was it was like 2 weeks before an event. See, I'm always doing stuff like that, like before events. It was like 2 weeks before an event, and they're like, yeah, we can get it done, blah blah blah. So when the day before the event, they were like, hey, like, I'm sorry, we couldn't go lower because the tires are too thick. And I had to put my RT wheels back on. I took the intros off because with the intros I wouldn't be able to have gone lower, unless I would have to like cut diff and do other stuff. So I was like, you should have told us, we would have gotten new tires, I would have brought them to you, and we would have been able to do it. And they're like, sorry, blah blah, we couldn't. I was like, all right, fine, whatever, I'll just take it like this, and then I'll bring it back after the show and we can do it. They're like, all right, that works. And when I took it back, another show was coming up in a couple weeks, like I think another 2 weeks. And I was like, but what if I get a splitter? I was like, well, what if I get a splitter? But then I was like, no, like, it's not gonna get here on time. And then I was like thinking about it, and I was like, I want a splitter. I'm gonna message the page. And I actually called them. I was like, I'm gonna call them. And I was like, hey, I'm in Colorado. I see that you make splitters and I really like them. I was wondering how fast you could ship me one for me to be able to make it out to an event with it on. And they're like, yeah, we can get it to you in a couple days, blah blah. And I was like, that works, it's perfectly fine, that's great. So we got the splitter. I took it to the shop where they were dropping my truck more. And from there I was like, okay, my truck's over, I have a splitter, I have a wrap, sunroof, that's fine. Like, I should be good for a while. No, my truck went into the shop again to get the interior. That's when it got the blue seats. At this time it just got the blue seats. From there I didn't do anything to my truck for a while. I was like, okay, now I'm for sure gonna chill and for sure gonna like save up money or whatever. But then I saw on Instagram, I saw a truck that had like the Rolls-Royce headliner, which is called the Starlight headliner. I was like, I want that. I want that for my truck. Imagine if we like do little lights in the headliner. That would be cool. I want that. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. So I went around, asked a couple shops if they could do it for me. And I couldn't find one. So I just asked this shop, I was like, hey, can you guys do this? And they're like, yeah, we can do it. And I was like, all right, cool, I'm down, let's do it. It looks nice and gonna look all good. And I got my truck back and I was in love. I was like, ah, like my dream truck right there. But as of right now, that's all I've done to my truck. It's gonna need a new wrap soon. I don't know if I should stay with the same color or change it up, it's going to be needing a new wrap soon because it is peeling chrome. It's super hard to maintain, and the weather, and chrome usually only lasts about a year, so either way. But that's all I've done to my truck. I just wanted to make a quick little video explaining. So I got my truck looking like that. So yeah, I hope you guys like and subscribe down below. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to message me, Snapchat me. I will definitely answer. So yeah.